Hello, hello, people of God on today. I pray that all is well with you as you are walking out this journey and being the best version of yourself that God has called you to be. I don't know if you're in a season of waiting, in a season of anticipation, a season of where God has you in the valley low in order to give you victory on high. But whatever season it be, I'm here to encourage you that God will see you through it. You know, Isaiah 43:2, it reads from the New King James Versions that when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, nor shall the flame scorch you. Now, the King James Version says, nor will the flame kindle upon thee. The NIV says, nor will the flame set you ablaze. And the NLT tells us, nor will the flame consume you. But guess what, saints? God has a purpose in your pain. He has a purpose in your pain. And when you walk through the fire, a lot of times we feel that we are being consumed. But could it be that God is only refining us and He's using what feels like that fire to position us into the places that He would have for us? You know, I'm also reminded of Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose. He didn't say that all things are good, but He said all things work together for the good. If you can remember the story of the Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and how Nebuchadnezzar had sent out a decree that everyone in his kingdom will bow down and worship the golden idol that he had built at a certain time when they heard musical instruments. But when the officers caught Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego not abiding, they went back and told the king. The king summoned them to get them. And when they got before the king wanted to reiterate what he had decreed. And he let them know that I have made a decree that everyone will bow down to this God that I have made. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's response was, we know that you have made this decree. However, we will not bow down before your God, because we serve the one and only true God. This made the king even more furious. And so he told them that if you don't bow down to my God, then I'm going to throw you in the furnace and it's going to consume you. And they say, well, we have nothing else to say other than we know that the God that we serve is able to deliver us from that fire. But even if He don't, we will not bow down and worship your God. The king became so furious that he had him turn that fire up 7 times hotter than what it normally is. When they threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego all bound up on their arms and legs into that fiery furnace, it was so hot that it killed those officers that threw them in. And King Nebuchadnezzar came to investigate what had happened. And when he looked in, he saw that there were 4 in the furnace and they were walking around. And he looked at his officers and asked them, did not we put 3 in there? And they said, yes, your majesty. But he said, I see 4 and they're walking around. And the 4th one looks like one of the sons of God. And immediately he had them to turn the furnace down, open it up, let them out. And at that moment, he made a decree that they will no longer worship the God that he had built, but they will worship the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. God brought them through. They did not look or smell like what they went through, but God prepared them for something that He wanted, and it was something greater. Just like the Lord uses the struggles that we go through, He used those things to position us. The quiet moments, saints, the stretching, it's preparing us, and it's preparing us for something greater. It's preparing us for something that we probably can't handle like right now. Sometimes God has to build our character before He gives us opportunities. He makes sure that our foundation is rooted and grounded in His will, in His way, and in His plans for our lives, so that we will be able to manage well what comes our way without failing, without falling. So saints, know that every delay, it has a purpose for your pain. Know that every hardship is shaping you. Know that the not even yet is protecting you. So don't despise the waiting period, but embrace it. When those doors finally open up, you'll realize that the wait was worth it all. Know that you aren't just being delayed, but you're being developed. So don't rush the process, but trust the purpose. You know, I've learned to ask the Lord when I'm going through, Lord, what are you teaching me in this season? Because I don't want to keep going around this merry-go-round. I don't want to keep going around this bush longer than what I have to. But as we can see with the Hebrew boys, God delivered him. God is not only a sustainer, but He is a deliverer. He will do the same for you. Same God right now, same God back then. Trust again the process, and also trust the purpose, because God does have a purpose in your pain, and God will see you through. Holler back at me and say, won't He do it? God bless you, and you have a great day.